What's up, y'all? Chris here to do a brief prediction video, relatively brief prediction video for this weekend's Bellator pay-per-view. I'll say this. I was really looking forward to this event when the original headliner was Eddie Alvarez versus Michael Chandler 3, possibly on the verge of being the best trilogy in the history of MMA. Those first two fights between those two are two of the best fights in MMA, and stylistically, the way these guys have matched up, I couldn't see how the third one wasn't going to disappoint, how it was going to disappoint. But unfortunately, as we all know by now, Eddie Alvarez suffered a concussion, had to pull out of the fight. Very unfortunate. Bellator just can't catch a break this past year plus. So the new main event is Quentin Rampage Jackson taking on King Mo Muhammad Lawal. As for this fight, they've got a lot of build, a lot of hype going into it. It seems more pro wrestling-esque hype, kind of ironic, or I guess fitting. Ironic would be the word, considering both these guys signed to TNA Wrestling at the same time they signed with Bellator, though they haven't really done much there since they first debuted in both organizations. But I think some of the hype, some of the tension between these guys is genuine. Some of it seems kind of phony, especially the face-off type thing they did on a preview show recently with Jimmy Smith. That seemed pretty contrived when Rampage tried to choke King Mo. But whatever, I do think these guys do have animosity. They've had beef since that old YouTube video, if you haven't seen it, where they were talking shit to each other in a van a long time ago. And they reconciled later, but I still think that they have a relatively genuine dislike for one another. After the fight, I'm sure they'll both be cool. You know how it is. Plus, they have the same management. But as for the fight itself, favor Rampage. Mo just hasn't looked the same. He had a staph injury or something bad happened to his knee, and since then he just has not looked the same at all. He's looked really flat, not nearly as fast as he was. His wrestling even is struggling, and his chin isn't the best, I don't believe. Rampage hits a lot harder. I think Rampage could stop most takedowns for the most part. A 5-round fight. I hope it doesn't go 5 rounds. If it goes 5 rounds, I don't think it's going to be very pretty. But I see Rampage stopping King Mo. I just think it's a good matchup for Rampage. So, Rampage by TKO, somewhere around round 3, maybe. Co-main event, Michael Chandler taking on Will Brooks for the interim Bellator lightweight title, until Eddie Alvarez gets back, I guess. Favor Michael Chandler in this one easily. Nothing against Will Brooks. He may have more fights by one, but I just think that Michael Chandler is a much more seasoned fighter. He's had those fights with Alvarez, had a lot of success in Bellator. Will Brooks, he's looked alright in Bellator in his run there, but had a loss to Saad Awad, had a lot of decision wins. I just don't think he's as developed a fighter as Michael Chandler. I just think even though he has one more fight, I just don't think he's on Michael Chandler's level yet. Not to even say he'll ever reach that level. I don't know. Michael Chandler is just almost like a prodigy type fighter, just made for the sport. I don't know what it is. It just, things came together with him. Sort of like a John Jones. Not saying he's on John Jones' level, but you compare John Jones with other fighters of his age, and he just put it all together at a much younger age, and Michael Chandler's been able to do that as well. One of the best lightweights in the world, in my opinion. Michael Chandler wins this one. I don't see it going all 5 rounds. I think Michael Chandler will be able to stop Will Brooks sometime around 3-4. Just guessing. And the fight that I'm probably most looking forward to now on the card, Tito Ortiz versus Bellator, what is he, their middleweight champion? Alexander Shlemenko. Got to give Shlemenko credit, stepping up big time in weight to call out Tito Ortiz and get him. Sure, there's a 20-pound weight disparity when you look at their divisions, but Tito Ortiz is going to come in weighing a lot more, most likely. And even if so, if Shlemenko goes up in weight, first off, the guy's not a big middleweight. Tito Ortiz is a huge light heavyweight. Tito Ortiz, I got to imagine, is going to weigh 20, 25 pounds more on the night of the fight. That said, I favor Shlemenko. Very aggressive fighter. Throws a lot of flashy strikes. Very entertaining fighter. I think he's going to be... He goes to the body very effectively with punches and kicks. I think he's going to go there on Tito. Tito's going to have a long torso, a lot of body for him to attack. He's fighting smaller guys. And I think he's going to catch Tito in the body early and often if Tito can take it, or for how long he can take it. If Tito can get him down, maybe he can smother him for a little bit, but I just don't think he's going to be able to do that for 3 rounds. Shlemenko, by stoppage, TKO, in what should be a entertaining fight, kind of a throwback to the Pride era. Smaller guy taking on a lot bigger guy, but should be a fun one regardless. At least I think it will. Anyways, what are your guys' thoughts on this event? Are you looking forward to it? Were you looking forward to it or planning on watching it, ordering it, whatever it may be, before Alvarez Chandler 2 fell off? And now that fight is off, has your opinion changed? I'm going to watch it regardless. No interest, let me know. Fortunately, the sports bar I go to is going to be showing it, so I'll be going there to check it out. Anyways, Might be back Saturday night to give some afterthoughts, post-fight thoughts, depending on how it goes. But until next time, link to Twitter and the information part of the video. As always, if you want to check them out there. And I'm out.